Soundstripe.
Thank you for tuning in to Life Happen Podcast with your favorite cousin Keisha, episode 5. I told y'all we took a minute break, but today's guest is my cousin neighbor, Tez. Say hi to the people, Tez.
How y'all doing?
Tell them how we met.
Walking. They're right by our apartment. And so what happened was actually I was sitting in a car in the parking lot, and she was walking. She had walked to her car, and then she drove off and came back in it felt like less than a minute. So me and my friend was sitting there, was like, damn, she must have went to the end of the parking lot and came right back. And he was like, nah, that's too quick. She sure didn't go to Circle K. So we was like trying to figure it out. So when I got out the car, I was like, yeah, we was watching you. She was like, you was in the car right there?
I was like, I didn't see nobody. I don't know if it's a mummy thing. Ever since I don't have Ash, I just be so hyper focused on him. So today's episode is about random topics. And Tez is there anything you want to say before we start? Like what you do, how many children you have?
Wow.
Tez, you got 10 kids. I'm not about to play the game.
No. I got 3 boys, 3 great kings. All right.
Hey. Yes, you do.
We got a pet. We got our Van Gogh is my snake.
And my son wants one now because of you.
Oh, I should have brought
him. No, you should not have.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad.
I'm not scared, but it's very weird to me. It makes me nervous.
But when you touched Van Gogh, you said
I've held snake before, but it still wasn't comfortable. But Ash, he asking for a snake, a bird, and a fish. Boy,
we can go straight into the topic.
Okay, Tez is a whole different breed. Y'all about to find out. So there was a question you asked, and there was a topic you brought up.
Well, let me clarify, just in case the people that actually know me see this. Everybody come with different nicknames for me. So my actual name is Therese, and I go by Rezo, and I'm Rezo 2.0 on TikTok. So she gave me a nickname off that and was like Tez, and stuck with Tez. And I was like, listen, I know who she's talking about. I know who she's talking to.
In my phone. I'm sorry, guys, but I go off what I can remember. And say your real name again.
Therese.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, but I'm still gonna call you Tez. That's just what it is.
That's
Ash, know you. Okay, so you brought up a topic. Mm-hmm. Okay, what's the topic?
What's up with these younger men that's under 30, no kids, coming after us older women?
Now, how much younger? Because I'm 41.
So it still counts because the same age group I'm talking about will still come for you. So it still applies. But I'm 37. Okay. But it's still gonna apply because they're like literally 22, between 22 and 29 with no kids. Like they got a whole life for themselves. Like there's a lot, and I'll be asking them like, well, what would you like? What? I'm divorced. I got 3 kids. They full time. I don't. What do you expect? Because you're getting 4. Like it's like if this is a full term commitment, like you don't have no kids. I can't have no more children.
Or you choose not to have none?
No. I'm fixed like a dog.
Me too.
Spick, spade, and neuter, whatever the term
I don't
is.
Care how old you are.
No,
there's a lot of older men too. Can I say? Because I like them more well seasoned. Geriatrics type.
Not
it's
geriatrics.
No.
Men
can't be geriatrics.
Not say geriatrics.
Men can't be geriatrics.
Oh my
Okay,
Lord.
So I like them that way, right?
Home,
one foot in the grave and one out. I'm not playing no games, Tess. I married someone the same age as me, and I feel like I'm a connoisseur of men. So in different age groups, the younger ones, I feel that's more. They need nurturing.
I got 3.
Right. So they see something within you that they're drawn to because you're a nurturer.
And then they're going off just...
Well, and you look young. So when you look young and then your energy breeds youth, they're automatically going to be attracted to you. But there's something in you that they're missing that is also they're attracting to you, right? Like for instance, I was 27 and I had a 20-year-old boyfriend for like just a summer. I swear to God, I was going through a transition of where I was losing a lot of weight, and he was so comforting. Like, I was like not catering, but what's the word I'm looking for? Very attentive to him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, he's younger. So.
And I was trying to help him find jobs because he's a little hustler. I never really messed with that, but you know what I'm saying? So that worked for a summer.
So that was like 90 days. Was that?
It was more
June
like
through August.
No, it was like I got there in January. We started dating in February. I was gone by May. I was back in Arizona. I was in Texas when I met him.
I think she got all the game up here.
No. But the thing was, it was something about me that he felt like safe, like he could trust, and maybe it's because he was his mom's only child, and his mom coddled him. Now
so you gave him kind of responsibility because I guess you kind of showed him about trying to get a job.
Yeah, like, I did try. I tried. He ended up going to jail. That's how I was able to leave him alone. So you're not attracted to younger men?
Not really. I mean, they look nice, but I'm not trying to. I haven't found one that can really be like, oh yeah, I would give that a shot. It's kind of like.
Let's talk about Keisha Cole, because let's be real. She's the one who is an example for older women, which I feel is.
So what's the situation? Look, I'm not. I don't.
Oh, you don't be on it.
I don't know it.
So
what's going on with Keisha Cole?
So Keisha Cole is known for dating younger men.
Okay.
She's 42. She has a 24-year-old boyfriend.
Oh.
Come to find out, the 24-year-old boyfriend has a little sneaky link who's a rapper as well. She put out the music with Keisha Cole's boyfriend in it. And now
so the sneaky link is a rapper.
The girl that's a sneaky link, she calls him her sneaky link. They're both rappers. So Keisha Cole's a singer. She's dating a 24-year-old rapper, and he has a sneaky link 24-year-old rapper.
Okay.
So Keisha Cole is like parading him around. What she does, she likes young, but I wouldn't say that you can take them serious. Even if you can teach them something and send them on their way. I don't take them serious because there's always gonna be a younger girl. There's always gonna be something and like the responsibilities are different, don't you think?
I mean, of course, it's the age difference. It's just, it's hard. I don't know, because this new age, because it's like 50-year-olds is acting 25, and now you got some of the younger generation trying to have these old souls and trying to act older as well. Like, no, I'm a man. I'm trying to bring that chivalry back. So it's like you conflicted and you confused a little bit. But then once I start giving them like real stuff because like I'm kind of straight to the point. Like I don't have time for little.
He's got to grow. We're gonna let him grow. Give him 5 years.
I gotta go here to do this for mine. I have to go here, and it's not gonna be a quick like, oh, you meet my boys right away, and all. Like no.
Yeah, I'm really big on nobody mean ass. The only connection that a lot of us have with younger men is that them backs is strong, and I'm gonna be honest. Like if you're looking for intellectual conversations, unless he was raised with older people.
But usually they bring that conversation to you. You're not the one.
You're not. Come on. But it's rare. So if you find someone who is, let's say, 10 years younger than you, right? And he has the morals, the values, the work ethic, and he doesn't want children. Do you shun him because you're like, he still got so much life to learn? Like he can't possibly want an already made family.
I'm gonna shy anybody that's not giving me something to progress for me and my children right now.
Okay.
So if you're not already knowing what you walking into, because I ain't got nothing to hide. So if you already know what you're walking into, be prepared to know what you're walking into, because that's all I need to hear, see, and be shown.
Okay. So it don't matter what age group at this point.
I mean, I would like it close to 30 as possible, just closest as possible.
Why?
It's just a little bit more life because that because I'm still 30s, so it would still be more in a time frame of where I came
generation.
From. Yeah,
it's still in your generation.
Yeah, it's still
and
part of my generation.
You guys will have things in common, and there will be like things that you both can that will be nostalgia to both of you. I get it.
And then too old, like the older ones, like too old is like 10 plus. 10 plus for me is I know, but 10 plus for me is like 10 plus is like you around my parents' age. They were young.
How young were they?
15 and 17.
They were. But my mom and dad was 20. Both of them was 20. So I don't think that's too far from.
It's not too far, but when the teens period, like you're not even out of high school.
That's true.
Or
no, you're right, because my mom got pregnant when she was in college with me.
So. And of course, I'm a teen mom. So
are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
does that play a role in dealing with men in the younger age because you have a child that's what, 19, 20?
20.
See, that might be what it is though, Tess.
Yeah.
And Keisha Cole's son is like around that age. Or even Drea,
Yeah.
Drea and her child's father, their age gap and her son being that age. I literally, if this is my rule, if I could birth you at 15, I'll go 15. If I could birth you at 15, I don't deal with you. That's because it starts to get weird for me. Like I could have been your mother because I had mine so late. You get what I'm saying?
So then you'll do, so the 10 is fine, but 15 is too much.
It is way too much. And the 10 is not even that fine because this is the thing. There's always going to be a younger woman with more energy, more stamina, more like the look, just maybe she more ambitious. Like at this point, I am a late bloomer, so I'm working towards something. But most women my age have already accomplished things. Do you understand? Like whether they have 3 kids, one, I'm a late bloomer. So I'm working on my accomplishments. And younger women are hitting the mark early on. They coming out going to be nurses. Now they got their little car, they got their money. Now he is looking for someone. And a lot of younger dudes, I feel like they need time to develop. Like, and so they find these women who already set in their careers and they don't have kids and they're young. They're 23, 24. So they're like, oh, okay, well, she experienced. I like what the experience is because, you know, when you do experience things to young people that haven't been experienced, they're going to come back. But is he going to take you serious?
No.
So basically you just
that's why that comeback was like, no.
I had to let that go because I'd been on hit him in his head, honey. I'll fight you. I don't have no time. Like if I ask you a question and you be lying, that's my pet peeve. Like, honey, you're grown. You don't have to lie. If I'm going to do it with you, I'm going to do it with you anyway. But lying, that's going to touch a part of my soul. And I'm going to do something that I'm going to regret. Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
So let's end on the young men. So the reason you asked that had that topic was because of what? Is that something that you currently dealing with?
Yeah. Well, I'm not dealing with it. It's just on TikTok. I don't know what it is, but on TikTok, it's like younger men. It's like 129. One's like 26, 25. I have even one in my face at bowling.
Okay.
And he told me, he was like, I need you to act the age you look and not the age you are. Like, stop acting your age. I need you to act the age you look. And I said, what the fuck? How? That's not even possible. So you want me to act like my oldest son? Get the fuck out of here. You can meet
But your vibe is youthful. You're serious, but it's like you have a balance to where you go in and out. Like, when it's time to be serious, I'm gonna be serious. But I still got like a little other side to me. And so what he wants you to do is to pull out that other side and be that. But you already been there. It's done.
But y'all too young for that to be pulled out. Because
so you saying you'll pull it out for an older man though?
I don't have to. It just comes naturally. I don't have to pull anything.
Come on.
You asking for it. You know what I'm saying? You begging
that's
for
what
it.
He did. So that's the part he must. That's something that he's missing, and obviously he thinks that you're the person for that job. I need that, right? But
I'm done giving tips.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the young boys because they are what they are, and the older men are what they are. And the truth is, I don't think age
really
matters if it works for you and what you want.
Right. But if they present everything and they feel like you present the same and you basically can show each other that way and it's mutual and legal.
Look at the camera, it says legal.
And y'all, it's mutual on both ends. Hey.
Yeah, I think it can work.
It works.
I can think it works. Whatever the age gap is, it just depends on what your personal needs and wants are. Vice versa. Okay, so let's go into this. We was talking about, then we lead into this. So the random topics. Okay, here we go. But what about people not wanting to get older anymore, like be the elders? Like I don't feel
that's another thing, because who are they leading? If nobody's trying to follow, who are they leading? Is that why the term now is everybody live their life for themselves? Because who are we leading? Are we women is looking to be led, or is women looking to have a partner? Because I don't even feel like there's a list anymore. You remember back in the day, it's like, oh, women have these lists. You have to check the stuff off these lists. Oh, no. The listing probably came to a transaction. What will you do for me that I can do for you? Can we tolerate each other and see how far this goes.
Okay, so you think that the generation above us and a little bit above them no longer want to be elders because they're not able to lead us?
Yes. Who are they leading?
So you think like I did feel this way about my parents. I love them so much. Rest my mom's soul. I felt like because the example that they showed me in their relationship, it took a lot of credibility away from my mom. Even though she was telling me the right things to do, I just felt like you're not living it. So why would I listen to you? Although she was right. Let's be very clear. She was right.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom acted her age. She acted older, actually. My dad, he just wanted to always see if he had that, still have that. Is that him not acting his age, though?
No, that's him acting. That's not him. That's not him not acting his age. That's just him. That's just a confirmation. That's just he just want to feel like, yeah,
I can still do it. But it's like,
I feel good
don't
about
you have
myself.
to grow, though? The older I get, the more I'm okay with being the auntie. I'm okay with being the big cousin or being, let's say, auntie. I'm okay with being an auntie. Okay. I am at a space where I do want to pour into the next generation because I feel like if we don't, who will? If we don't say, I'm okay with getting older, a lot of women have a problem saying their age, first and foremost, which I guess that's a taboo thing back from, like, in our culture. But I love saying, hey, I'm 41. They be like, oh, you 41? Yes, I'm 41. And I'm so proud. Why? Because a lot of people I know did not make it to this age. Right. And it's truly an honor and a gift to be here. Of the dumb stuff that I've done, now I can pass on and say, hey, take the shortcut because your big cousin Keisha knows, or your auntie. Yeah, but listen, I'm not saying my mom and dad didn't try to show me that way either, but I just feel like their credibility was shot for me.
So I guess the question is, how do you feel that if you feel like the older generation's not trying to be more of an example? Because I feel like they still are. They just be an example to who comes to them who really wants that leadership. Because it's always still given. They're not going to turn away of, oh no, hold on, young man. Oh, excuse me, young lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're still not gonna. They're not. But what about
the ones that skinny jeans? I got a cousin who's 45 years old. His son is in his 20s, and cousin, I told you, I was like, get out them skinny jeans. Come on, bruh.
Not a fan of skinny jeans.
Not even. But why? Why are we trying to keep up with? That's like us getting in. That's really like I'm not. This is where the competing of things start to get weird for me. It's like the mom and the daughters on these trendy things where it's like, who's the mom, who's the daughter? I don't never want to be confused as my child's sister or brother. Okay, I always want to stand out as the
fired.
Huh? I said no, it's not shots fired. It's just that it's realistic. Why are we trying to be our kids' friends? And to me, yeah, we can be youthful still, but there has to be a clear boundary. Like, why do you want to be youthful? Why do you want to look like your child's sister or brother? Why? I mean, now some people can't help it, right? Well, but when you're flaunting it, it's weird.
Well, it's the thing. How the world is, people can drop at the drop of a dime now. Right. So now it's at a point. COVID put a bigger scare on people's lives.
You ain't never lied.
So now it's like, fuck it, whatever. Oh, my bad. I'm my cousin. We get it. Okay. So whatever it is that you wanted to do, whatever it is that you feel like you missed out on, whatever it is, you wanted to wear pink, you wanted this. Nowadays, you're going to find a man that likes the same quirky shit, a woman that likes the same quirky shit, and people is just making it work. And at this point, it doesn't matter what age you are at this point, because you'll see a 21-year-old with a 78-year-old, and guess what? They got the same shit in common, because that 78-year-old finally has a chance now to still be alive and be like, you know what? I'm going to Comic-Con and I'm going to go get
okay.
So it's like, and then that's how the generations are mashed. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of mixed in the world. So it's like, you're going to see the 80s with the 20s and the 60s and 70s all in one spot and be amazed and be like, this shit can be possible. It happened. But then you'll go somewhere else and it's like still the same hood shit and the same stuff. So it's like, well, I wasn't a gangbanger. I wasn't able to do that. But nowadays, fuck it. And they in prison getting shows. Come on now.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Oh, modeling, coming out of prison with modeling careers.
Right.
So basically, we living in the modern day Babylon. That's what you're telling me? Like, everything goes? Yes. So it's not a bad thing that somebody that's my age will want to be acting like I'm 20. I feel like that is very weird. Listen, so you had your child young, right?
Yes.
So if you were a mother and you didn't get a chance to live your life, now your son is 20. Okay, I can see you being like, okay, this is my teen years, but I'm 30 something, but this is my teen years because in my teens I was nurturing somebody. I was pouring into somebody. I didn't know me. I didn't pour into me, so I couldn't do it. Now that he's grown, I could do it.
Well, I already did. I still did it though.
You did?
Yeah.
How did you balance? Because girl, I find it hard to balance what I'm doing, and I'm 41 with a toddler.
Girl, but I don't know. You see, girl, do you see these bags on these eyes? Girl, I am team no sleep. What are you talking about?
And that's the thing. It's a difference. It's a different drive. It's a different type of
it's a
strength. Do you understand what I'm saying? Resilience.
Yeah, but that was a strength then.
Okay.
See, now I'm worn out. Now.
Okay.
Okay, I can't do that no more. Okay, I'm done by 10, baby.
Okay.
I used to be gone till about 3, 4 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, I can still.
It's a balance now, though.
Yeah, it's a balance. So like, I can be up or have a nap during the day. I can still be up and just see the sunset. But then like it can be a regular night. But all that, I can't even tell you the last time I've been to a club.
Oh, I can, honey. It was like over 9 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, since I've been working this job. Okay, so what's the hardest part about dating in today's era?
Sorry, that deserved a growl.
Watch when you hear this back. You are so crazy.
What's so hard is that you give someone a chance, right? Just a dinner, or a hello conversation, and it goes into so we together?
Tez, is that easy?
I'm done with being impulsive though. That impulsive is done. I'm done with it. I want to have a discussion. I want to talk about this. Are you here for a relationship? You here for a long run or short run?
Okay.
So can you date without sex? Can you not? When's the last time? Like, can we have these conversations?
Right.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you open? Not open? Yes, I'm bi. I'm into women and men.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't find it hard dating in today's era. You just find it.
I'm not. I feel like I'm not the one hard to date. But the minute somebody feels like, oh, okay, she's good, it's like an automatic. Like, so when's the next level? Wait,
I ain't never had that. Maybe I ain't never let nobody get too close to me for that. To be truthful, I always look for the red flags.
Was there always physical every time you talk to somebody?
Okay, so after my ex-husband, I was like 23 when we separated. We got the divorce years later. But so at like 24, I had an incident where it changed my mentality. So I was still a wife. I still had that wife aura on me. And one of my brother's friends, I liked him. And he was like, first of all, I respect your brother, so I really don't mess with you. But he was like, and you still in a wife mentality. He's like, I ain't looking for that. So I said, oh, this is what they don't want. So I went in, I kind of rebuild my mindset to be with
suited and booted.
And so I watched my brother, I watched my daddy, I watched my uncles, and my grandpa. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of generation of fucked up men. Mm-hmm. But I love y'all. And I became them. Mm-hmm. And my brother sat me down one day. He's like, girls can't do that. I was like, yes, we can. And I did it. I did it for so long.
We can. Yes.
Because I did it for so long that I'm still single to this day and I have a child. But how that came about, we'll talk about another day. It's just the fact that, I like no attachments because the last person I was attached to, I have a whole background behind.
Okay. All right. Another topic, another time.
Uh-huh. But the physical part, I make that the physical part was the part I could control.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, once I get them, I got them. And then I got a few of them so that I don't even have to worry about falling in love. But at some point, it still made me feel empty. Even though I had all these to choose from, I still felt empty.
Because you've never had a long term. You've never been committed.
Outside of my ex. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But I kind of wanted it that way because that pain was so painful that I didn't want to feel that pain again. Now I'm in a mind. Now I'm like, did I mess up switching roles? Because here I am, 41, over 17 years, almost 18 years single, and I've had a few where they were like, "You're gonna be wifey, you're gonna be wifey," and I sabotaged the hell out of it.
So, in today's term of society, you lost your femininity. It's
Mm.
lost, but
Is it?
right. No, it's not. It's not lost. But my theory, a lot of men is going to shine on it and really don't care to listen to us black women say what we really got to say. But us women know it's there. It just takes a certain man to know how to lead, to show me the different route from what I've been shown. Because that tooted and booted is yes, sex can be meaningless, and I've said it too many times. And they come at me and be like, "Well, it's not meaningless to me." Well, then that's to you, but.
It has to be more for sure,
right? If we're not together, but it's like you said, like if we ain't together and we not, then it's meaningless because you gonna go do you. And
yeah. Because I'm an out of sight, out of mind person.
So what did you?
I'm an out of sight, out of mind person. Oh, but they do be connected. They do be connected. You think about any?
No, not like, but I understand connected because obviously we got to get to a point. But what I'm saying is like. This isn't a long. This was a short term.
No. Okay. So
how did you not cut off that connection and then feel some type of way? Because I cut it off.
So okay. So my problem is, I would let my connections. They were going about their business. I going about my business, but then we run back into each other a year later, 2 years later.
And the same cycle gonna happen with me as well.
And it's just the same thing. We be.
And I'm gonna spend the blocker all day. I don't like.
So you like to spin the blocker? Okay. I'm gonna spin the blocker too, but the thing about spinning the block is that's how I had a baby. Sometimes you gotta let the block go.
No, that's true. Sometimes you gotta let the block go.
But the block alone. The block will have you.
You go with what's familiar, and then it doesn't carry back. It doesn't. Sometimes the spin the block is yeah, of course the memory, but then y'all both know, and then they can be like, all right, high five. And then y'all going on about your day.
No, that ain't how
and
that
goes. And then it could be months, it could be years. And be like,
it depends on the connection that you have with that person because my child's father, we spent the block for the one last time rendezvous and I got pregnant after 8 years that block spent. So you don't find it hard dating in this era. A lot of women
I find it hard dating for myself because I know what I'm looking for. Okay. And ain't none of that looking for me. So
okay.
I'm just
they are, but they just might not be in Arizona. That's what I'm feeling like.
And I'm trying to find that out as soon as possible. Yeah, but at the same time, you
about to be traveling. That's what you go about to be doing. That energy thing. Energy is a real thing, huh? Mm-hmm. Like
my social battery it ain't got no patience.
Why though? But I used to be so sociable. I used to have a house full.
Well, it's starting to get too draining. Because it's like I can't, people, right, huh? And they're so drawn. And they are
so drawn. You are so right. Are you a Pisces?
Huh?
Are you a Pisces?
No, we already discussed what I was.
No, discuss it on. What are you? Because
I'm gonna do it. I was gonna do it the wrong way, but I'm Virgo.
You a Virgo? Oh, because that's crazy. Because I'm trying to figure out like it's like people want to be healed, so they're drawn to you. That's crazy, huh? But why? It almost gave me a godlike complex. You ever had that?
I don't know. No.
No. Mm-mm. So when people are drawn to you, what do you think it's for?
I don't feel like it's a godlike complex. I'm not really into that complex, I guess you could say. Because everybody has their own different thing. God is that, like, we all serve a purpose.
Right.
So your atmosphere can be drawn because you've shown what you can take and what you can handle, or you know where it's going to go and not go. And nowadays, people just want to be heard.
Is that what it is, Taz? I need you to look in the camera. Taz, you all over here.
People just want to be heard. That's all. They want to be heard. They want to be understood. And then a lot of people don't need a whole bunch of reaction. I don't have any reaction. Okay. I don't feel like I need to react. If you're crying, if you're hooting, you're hollering, why do I need to be the same way? You want to be heard. So can't nobody hear nobody if we doing the same thing.
Taz, you definitely could be a therapist.
I'm not trying to be that.
I know, but you have it.
Because certain messages I can't deliver like that.
I don't know, Taz.
So I don't.
Every time I talk to you, you're right. You're very much so. You're very intentional at listening. Yeah, I really feel like you would be an awesome therapist.
It would have to. I would right now. I would look into it, but at the same time, I'm selective.
Even if you did holistic
I feel a
therapy,
little
like holistic, you give me much more of a holistic person, like a therapist.
I did start like the tarot with the cards. So.
You definitely, I can feel that.
I can do like the cards, but like trying to, and like I can listen. You know, so I'm good for listening. But if people want answers, sometimes I can't.
Yeah, no,
deliver.
you be so in tune that I'll be like, dang, she ain't saying nothing. I'm like, okay, hold on. But now I know. See, I didn't know that about you at first, but that's dope because you're right. People do want to be heard. I know I hate to go from that to this. Okay, why do you think Black people no longer find it important to vote?
Well, I don't. It's too many. It's too many reasons.
Okay, well, let's start with one. You said there's so many reasons why you think that Black people don't find it important to vote anymore.
It's so many reasons. One is like, well, they feel like they vote don't matter. It's still that. Yeah. Like, what's the point? Yeah, I got the freedom to vote, but for what? They don't care about us. And then now that Trump's coming back, so now it's all these debates now, and
well, this is the thing. I feel that our ancestors died, were spit on, were humiliated just to have an opportunity to say that their opinion should count, even if it don't count. I think it's our duty to vote, whether we vote Republic, Democrat, or independent. I feel we have to get out of that mindset that our vote don't count, even if it don't, because our ancestors have paid a way, and I feel like we're letting them take back everything that our ancestors did,
like putting us back into like we want to be back in slavery because that's how they look at us. That's how they look at us.
Tez,
damned if we do.
Tez, you just gave me chills. You just gave me chills because that's what I feel like we're going back to. And my heart, I be so sad sometimes. I'm like, we're allowing them to put us backwards, and then they can come by us with a chicken sandwich. That's crazy to me.
But they looking at it like this though. I feel, and it's crazy to even come out of my mouth to even say this, but I've seen it. I've actually heard it. So some Black folks, you know, it's a group of us, or a group of them, whatever. I'm gonna say us. We all Black.
We all Black.
We all Black. But they would say like, well, if they try to put us back in slavery, how bad will it be?
You heard somebody say that, Tez?
Listen.
Tez.
No.
We're going into their house. Let's go talk to them.
No. I'm saying, like I'm serious. Like, so if they try to put us back in slavery, what is slavery today? They feel like this is the slavery. Or if they try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're not picking cotton. We're not in 120-degree weather. We're not getting fed. We're not being clothed. We're not being able to still live on our own, go home, and then have to go to work. How bad is slavery?
If I looked at it that way, like what does slavery look like today, and I was very weak-minded and didn't have ambition or goals, I could see that being like, okay, well,
if they told you to pick cotton today and they paid you $350 an hour.
Oh, I'm picking cotton.
See?
But let me tell you why. Because I have a child. Now, if I didn't have responsibilities that great, I wouldn't be picking cotton. I wouldn't probably be doing too much, but sitting up under a banana tree, smoking a doobie and hugging trees. That's all I would be doing. So everybody has a price of what they're willing to do.
So that's why they say that. They're like, if we're going back into slavery, how bad really is it?
But if we as a Black race are just going back into slavery, it's going to be bad.
That's right.
If we as a country go into slavery, then it's different. Because I'm like, maybe she'll have something for that, a different perspective of why we find it so like we don't have the desire to vote. I'm gonna be very transparent.
That's it right there. Like me, if I vote or not vote, I'm still gonna have the same job. I'm still gonna have the same thing. Like a lot of people are content somewhere where they're at, and it's a lot of, like you said, we're all divided. So there's a good percentage that's under the middle class.
It won't affect my life regardless.
Right.
Because I'm not even.
It's too many high percentage in the low middle class.
Yeah, you're right.
So because of the majority is under the middle class, they're too content where they're at. If this is as far as I'm gonna go, I can live this until I'm 85 or 90.
Yeah.
I am good with that. I am alive. I can do this every day. I can be a
eating.
robot.
But are they okay
moving.
with that? Because Tess, eggs.
If you have the same thing, listen, look for real. If you have the same thing every day, you didn't die. You ain't got no stress. You ain't got no drama. It's the same thing every day as a black person dealing with had that to do for slavery.
Yeah.
And then how your life can be right now. You have a roof over your head. You have food. You have the common thing. If you have the same thing every day, is it so bad? For some people, that is peace. I don't have to be rich. I can be poor, but I got a place to stay.
But
I have food,
you can't
water.
Be poor. Not today. You can't be.
How? How can't you?
Because
it's considered. What's considered poor.
But in today's era, where eggs are $4 at the not even the most highest quality of eggs is at $4.
Okay.
A dozen.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me reach for something real quick. Okay. Throw a little. Oh shit! About to break the glass. Oh shit! Leaping too far. Right. No. So what? So let's go with the ones without kids.
Okay.
Because as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of that number is starting to rise.
I don't blame them.
So I'm just saying, I'm just saying as more generations come in, because that number is starting to rise. But listen, right. But at the same time, it's a lot that settle with just 2 people.
Okay.
A 1 bedroom.
Okay.
2 people can handle a 1 bedroom.
2
people without kids. Okay. That's why they throwing this abortion shit out, because they trying to make sure motherfuckers have more kids.
But they can't even afford to. Like, let's be honest.
But they can't force people to do it. Like, we're not gonna keep I'm
not gonna repopulate knowing I could barely take care of 1. So why would I have 2? Like, that would be if I
ain't no shots fired here. Listen, I got the 3.
But you had yours in a time where even if you didn't have all the means, there was a village. There had to be some type of village.
Of course.
I don't have a strong village, and I'm making more money than the average person, and I don't have a strong village, and it's still hard. Mm-hmm. So it would be irresponsible of me at this age to say, "Oh, and don't get me wrong, I wanted another one, even though I got my tubes tied on the table." But I had to think about that before I had Ash. Like, I'm not with the dad.
So look,
do you understand?
No, I get it, but at the same time, some wasn't educated at a time when they was young, because after having one, who wasn't to say that I even asked to possibly have my tubes tied or burned?
They would never do that.
They wouldn't do it because I was too young.
You was too young.
But if I already told myself,
Tess.
I'm just saying.
At 18, 19, and 20, we make impulsive decisions.
We do.
So I was 36. It wasn't nothing impulsive about it. At 18 and 19, my sisters wasn't thinking like that. Right. They were in love. I was in love trying to have a baby with the man I married. For 7 years, I was with that man. No child came about. No pregnancy, no nothing.
And everything happens for a reason.
But I tried. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. I tried so hard. Then it was a couple more, and I tried.
Once you hear the story over here, you'd be amazed what you hear at 15.
Okay. And then at 36, he came, right? So yeah. I understand that people they're not having kids now, and which it sucks, because this is what we're here for. We're here to repopulate but it's where we're at in this country. It's sad because the elders have to go back to work. They don't put 30 years in tests. We got people at my job right now that get a pension, and it ain't enough for them to live on it, so they got to drive buses. Mm-hmm. Tests. Where we at? And of course they don't want. Yeah, if both of us are able, willing bodies to get up and go work, we can live a really nice, comfortable life, right? Until you can't. Our elders cannot. That's unfair to a person that pays 30 years to a job and have to get back up and do it again.
It is. It's very unfair.
That's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow.
It is. It's a hard, but again, some people look at it as Slavery was way worse.
And it was.
Than driving a
Oh
bus and AC to be able to
Here
still
you go.
see and drive. I'm just saying.
Hey, here
People
you
got
go,
their own
sis.
testimony.
No,
Listen,
you right. No,
and,
you right.
You have to look sometimes, and then that's hard. It's also hard for people to put themselves in other people's shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like people in power don't want to put themselves back, because if they didn't have to start from the mouth, how are they supposed to understand you?
Right. And then some of them did start from the mop. And then they are so disconnected because they've been here longer than they were here. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense, right?
It's all about a control. Everybody wants to control something.
And then the ones that don't, they're the ones who I feel like if you don't have a certain type of selfishness, it's hard for you to get to a place where you can uplift others. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people who's like, I'm about self, I can get here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to show them. And then they get there and it's like, well, I did it all by myself. Like, yeah, so I don't want to help nobody. It's like, okay, well, that might, I had to do it from the bottom. I had to do that. And it's like, wow, okay, I understand it, but you know how it feels. But then after a certain while, they're so far removed from it that they're numb to what they went through. They're like, some people compartmentalize it to where they don't even care. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if anybody, I guess they're going to look at it more of, I can help you, but how will you actually benefit me? Yeah. If I'm helping you, how are you going to benefit me? If you can't double my investment, why are you here?
That's it. But that Tez, and then maybe that's just how it depends on how a person grow up too, Tez, because I always grew up to be a giver, to be there, like to be that person. Like if you need me, I'm there. I was a yes person for so long.
Well, because you probably go with the treat people as you want to be treated.
Do you believe in marriage, Tez?
In some aspects.
Have you ever been married?
Yes, unfortunately.
Why you say it like that? Why, Tez? Why you say it like that?
Because we didn't know each other. We shouldn't have got married.
How long did you stay married?
We got divorced on the 4th year.
4 years? That's not bad, Tez. You said you were married. Mm-hmm. How many times have you been married?
1.
Don't say it like that, Tez. If you okay with marriage, you can be married. I got an auntie who was married 13 times.
Go ahead, auntie.
And rest her soul, Auntie Barbara.
Go ahead, auntie.
And can I tell you something? When my auntie passed away, majority of her husbands was there that was alive. And they had nothing but nice things to say about my Auntie Barbara. That's an A1 woman. Hey, big unique. Okay. So I was married. Was you married young?
No, I wouldn't. No.
What's not young? 20?
I was, what was that, 25?
That's young. Stop it.
That's young.
That's not 30. 25? Yeah, 25 is young being married. I feel like 30
How is 25 being young?
I feel like 30 is like,
because if you graduate around 18, if you at least do 4 years in college, and then that's over to 25.
Why are we so in a rush to get married in our 20s? That's the crazy part. But that's just people.
But is it because you want to be able to say I'm celebrating my 45th
I think
anniversary.
I think that it's a traditional thing. Like a lot of people get married young because they either have seen it, it's in their family.
Some people are content to be like, why do I need another after this? We good. I accept all of you. I'm going to accept all of me. We're going to grow together and we're going to keep it moving. Some people live simple lives and can start early. Huh?
I was pushed into it. I just wanted the ring. And because, so he was my first love.
I can tell you about that too. Well, my wanting the ring is different than yours, but I can understand just wanting something.
Well, the thing was, we was young and he was my high school sweetheart. When we reconnected, I chose him over another dude. Ooh. And then so I chose what I knew over what I should have went with. A lot of times we go with what's familiar over what the unknown is. And sometimes it's just simply the unknown could be the best thing for you.
So like I feel like he was really strong on high wanting a boy, and plus putting it with me. It's like, oh, this is a good combination. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And then we had a discussion about it. It's like, well, we don't feel like we're going to go anywhere. We're still talking. He's still around. We gave the biological father some time. He didn't come around. So then he was like, all right, we'll just do this. And we went in blind.
You mean to tell me you met a man who just wanted to marry you and had a baby that was not even his baby?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. We dated for a year. Like this? We was together.
Like
girl, hell no.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm probably on his worst shit list.
I could say, this is my husband. But it changed everything. Did it change everything for you?
Of course.
I felt
in a blink of an eye. Like
I feel like I became controlling.
Like you controlled everything?
Like I felt like we used to go to so for instance, me and him, Me and my ex-husband, we used to go to the club together. Like before we got married, we were just engaged.
So let me ask you a question.
We used to party. Bitches be trying.
So did you handle everything?
No, money-wise and stuff, we that was a 50-50, but that's on the next episode.
Okay.
But we would do 50-50 and when I couldn't, he did step up, but he was a liar, and so he was misplacing money and stuff. That's a whole nother story.
So was there roles? Did y'all have roles?
No, we didn't have roles.
So who handled the bills? Who did the...
I mean, I was more responsible when it came to money. So I was like, but I would trust him, and then stuff would happen. So if you say, oh, you're going to go pay the rent, and then the rent wasn't paid, what was you doing with the money? That's a whole nother story. But so yeah, we didn't have that. I'm gonna stay at home and he's gonna work, or we was both working, like contributing to in my relationship.
Yeah,
but I only been in one relationship.
I mean, that was the marriage?
Yeah, that's it.
I believe it. I believe it.
I don't think I'm capable of cohabitating with someone else.
You are.
Did you see this?
No. You are. You are. You're capable.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let's talk about yours though first, because you try to get off of mine. Nuh-uh. Bump up. Let's go.
So go ahead. What was on mine? So my marriage.
You was in your 20s.
I was in my 20s, and you know what? I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. We got married so he could basically change the last name of my middle son.
Okay.
And we were dating when I was pregnant.
Okay.
And I was up front when I met him. Okay. So he was the trainer. A friend brought me, we had a mutual friend, and she brought me along on her training session.
Okay.
And I was like 6 weeks.
Just barely.
Yeah, like I just found out.
Okay.
And we did I went to the workout session, and the first session, it was like, well, she pregnant. And he was like, who pregnant? Like, I am. And he was like, for real? Because I was still small, of course.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, well, I got some workouts that ain't so bad. Whatever. Right. And then and then we were like Facebook friends. And he was like, yeah, I think we're friends on Facebook. And I didn't know until then. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, we started talking, and I was like, I'm pregnant, right? And he was like, it's cool, whatever. So he still talked to me, even though I was pregnant.
The whole pregnancy?
Yeah, but I was having a boy. And he had a girl already, and then I already had my oldest boy. Okay. And then it's like, I understand how men it is with wanting a boy. Yeah. That urge of wanting a boy. And I feel like that urge was really more strong with him. And then
let's go into co-parenting.
Okay, let's go into it.
Did you find it easy?
Hell fucking no.
Do you think it could be easy?
Yes. Both parents, but being young parents is hard, and I get it. But both parents have to drop anything personal. Yeah. Everything personal has to be dropped. It doesn't, and it's like, I can say that on my end, but to be honest, I want to hear the other end, which I'm gonna get it, because I'm gonna demand it regardless. They my baby daddies, and guess what? You're gonna have to sit with me one day until the day we die, because I'm gonna request that 101. So we can set we can kill the cycle, because all it is just
it's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
I think that too, when one of the parents is willing to be that, the other parent
but we know how to push buttons, and that's the problem.
So this is the thing with me, right?
That's the problem. It can go into this one wants to work, the other one's like, oh no, well, and then this one wants to work at this time, and it's like all the timing is always wrong. It's always wrong. This parent wants to work, and then this parent doesn't. This parent wants to work, and then this parent doesn't. So it's always the fucking timing. The timing of that parent, and no matter the age group, no matter of the age group, you could have been a young parent, teen parent. You could be trapped in being a parent now, trying to co-parent. It's everybody timing. It's always about timing. It's like, why is it that when somebody is like, okay, what is it you want? What can we do? Right. What is it? And then at that moment, when they submit and they letting you know, like, okay, what is it? Why can't the other parent just drop it and be like, okay, let's really have a talk? So like, why can't they have a talk and just really say, okay, you just really gave me control to say what I want to happen, and you about to just oblige by it. Now should be the time when it's like, okay, what can we do so we don't have this discussion moving forward? What is it that's frustrating you right now that I'm about to tell you out of my plan and what works for you, me, and the child? Where is our middle ground? Because when the person gives up finally that just white flag and like, okay, whatever, what do you want to do? Just tell me what you want to do so we can just da-da-da. Okay, fine. Is there a time where we can discuss? And if y'all local, like in the same fucking state, fix that shit.
Communication is taught as a child. That's what I'll say. And you can learn it as an adult if you're willing to, if you think that that's something that you need improvement on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, me, I was emotionally immature for a long time because I was self-centered, because I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. So I wanted things to go my way always. Okay. And then my child father, before he was my child's father, when he was just my friend, he would say, the world does not revolve around you, Keisha. And I'm like, damn, but it do, because I don't have what y'all. I don't have those issues. I don't have this. And I don't. He said, one day you'll find out. Boom, here come Ash. And I'm finding out. It's just so funny that you can be so involved and be so one before you have a child with a person. And as soon as you have a child with a person, something changes, whether it be you or them, right? And I'm going to say,
or both.
I'm going to take my responsibility and say a lot of it was me mentally, because I had a lot of traumas that came back to me once I had Ash.
And plus, he's much older and already has kids.
Grown children.
Right.
Growner than yours. So he's like, I know what I'm doing. You follow me. And I'm like, but you're not my man. You're just my child's father. And this is my first rodeo. So let me have some say so. And if I am wrong, I'll take your opinion into consideration. But for the most part, I got him 90-something% of the time. You only have him a small, very small percentage. So let's do this. Let's work together. I felt about him so that I had to remove that so that my son can have his father in his life. So I guess that's why I take so much, because I know I effed up. And I'd rather be the one to bite the bullet than for my son to have to deal with the aftermath of me holding on to this strong that I can. But it's like, no, okay, I'm easy going, girl. I feel like I'm the easiest going when it comes to being a child's mother. Like, right. I don't expect him to. I would love for him to come and pick him up and take him on the road with him, but he's not. So I don't even stress it. I just say, hey, when you're in town, make sure you pick him up, take him somewhere to eat, do something. I mean, like you are.
But that's why. But see,
is it low expectations that's making it?
Right.
Do you think those are very low expectations?
Because they know you'll automatically take the bullet.
He knows for sure.
Right. So then, if you're automatically going to take the bullet, then why not manipulate?
And that's what I feel it becomes, right? So our son being young has put me in a position like, okay, he needs a phone. He's old enough to answer the phone. He can talk to you. But it's like, okay, who will pay for the phone?
But is that something you accept, though? Like, that's an acceptance. That's what we accept. We manipulate it because we know we'll take the bullet. But we know we can shake it off, or do we not?
I shake it off, but it'll come a time when I feel like it's so simple. Why are we making it so hard? Something I want to touch on before we wrap it up. She from Louisiana, and guess what?
I was born in AZ, raised Louisiana.
Born in AZ, raised in Louisiana, but the Midwest, the East Coast, and the down South boys.
Bring it.
We need y'all to come back and come get us. Come inside me, because at the West Coast they acting up real bad. They ain't even really messing with us, but that's okay, because guess what? We know how y'all get down, and they still get down that way.
Listen. Like I said, I don't want to meet nobody else from Philly.
Why? Because you gonna fall in love?
No, I'm not.
You're not gonna fall in love?
No, I'm pissing them the fuck off. I don't need another Scorpio.
Why? How you gonna take that out on the new Philly dude, but the old Philly dude?
Don't come to me if you're from Philly and you're a Scorpio, please. You don't.
I don't like Scorpio either, though.
It's a war in a battle with this Virgo. You're probably not going to win. So just.
Okay, let's hit the Scorpio, because my ex was a Scorpio.
Let's not.
Oh, he was not a freak-a-leak. He got the Scorpio on his arm and he put freak-a-leak on it. Was not a freak-a-leak.
Wait a minute, you met a Scorpio that wasn't a freak-a-leak?
He said he was.
But he wasn't what?
No.
Where was he from?
He from Cali.
Don't
say that, because I'm from Cali. And I was a whole freak-a-leak. This is the thing, though. He said it. That's it. I don't like Scorpios.
I
don't like Scorpios. I like Pisces males.
I love Scorpios.
I do not.
But I don't want to be. I can't be with them. They great as friends.
Okay.
If you from Philly and you a Scorpio, we friends.
That's it?
We friends.
It won't go no further.
It won't go no further. And we play tonic at that.
All right, Taz. Do you have?
But West Coast Scorpios, I don't. That's different. I never heard that.
One thing about West Coast men. One thing about them, they are real. Like a lot of them, if they not gang banging and all that, they're real relaxed and laid back, and they'll let their woman be like expressive like myself. That's one thing I love about the West Coast men. And they still, I mean the Cali dudes, they still will mess with us. The men will mess with us, but I don't know.
Are you leading or is he leading you?
I don't know, because the thing is, I can't really say. I don't have nobody. I don't have nothing to compare it to, because like I said, that was so long ago. So I can't even say. Now, even my child's father, like, that wasn't a relationship. That was a situationship.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
That was too long. And
okay. We got motif for another. Yeah.
Oh no, Tad's gonna be back again, honey. Because we're gonna have to make these. We're gonna have to do the random roundups. Okay, Tad. Thank you for tuning in to Life Happen Podcast with your favorite cousin Keisha. Bye, cousins.
Bye, Rezo 2.0.